2024 abato emu na nipa dodo na eyomoti se 1% de bia anasa konya awodo abeto ewo party mu obegina na yato omoso aba nipa ba ko a ogina Abanga or call for vice chair currently or campaign some parts of the country. Nemo ne communication officer NDEKUGRI ISSAKA or waha menen between komo na wachire die a NDC amanyuku no Emma Abanga ekwan na yento ne so aba manma na kwaba na yen shade information say but kaisa do messages 0503 236 735 0503 236 735 Facebook at Active TV Ghana, YouTube at Active TV GH. But more answer we be raho na ode comments at ho na wasa share page no aba me ya che enko. Mama Saka akwaba. Saka, good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning and good morning to your cherished viewers.
Okay, so Abanga, the full name for Abanga, he is going for vice chairmanship position. First of all, there are a lot of positions vacant in the party now. Why vice chairman position?
Thank you so much. And before I begin talking, let me first of all say a very big thank you to the National Youth Voice for Abanga campaign towards achieving the victory of becoming the vice chairmanship or the vice chairman of the party. Now, there are so many positions in the party, NDC, but Abanga has decided to opt for the national vice chairmanship position. Abanga, we all know him. He's a vibrant youth, action-oriented, loyal, and down-to-earth. Abanga's contribution in the party has been so enormous. And in fact, the contest of Abanga in the position of the vice chairmanship position is the call of the youth. And we are in the first place very thankful to Abanga for submitting himself to contest in the high position of the vice chairmanship position to serve the interests of the party, the interests of Ghanaians, and the youth for that matter. Yes.
Okay. Now, I know Abanga is currently on his campaign tour.
Yes.
Where is he currently?
Abanga is currently in the northern region.
Northern region,
yes.
Doing his campaign. Now, what has been the message from Abanga?
Okay. Thank you so much. The message of Abanga is quite simple and clear. The elections ahead of us, election 2024 election, is a must-win elections. And that has been the reason why Abanga, in the course of his submission, he said the election 2024 is going to be a no relenting, no retreating, no surrender. And the messages Abanga, or the policies Abanga is bringing on board, are quite enormous. But I cannot leave here without tackling some of them. Abanga, first and foremost, is a party activist, a businessman, a philanthropist, and his contribution to the party, society, and humanity has been quite enormous, and it is something that we, the youth, the moment Abanga popped up, agreed to submit himself to contest for the vice chairmanship position, we're all happy. And we, the youth, nationally, even we are supporting Abanga without his own knowledge. As it stands now, we have a national youth voice, which is currently doing contributions, supporting Abanga, campaigning left, right, center for Abanga. They are simply doing this because of the kind of person, the caliber of person Abanga is. Abanga is someone, he is into the youth, supports the youth in businesses, youth in agriculture, youth in sports. Okay? And Abanga #1 policy, so far as the election 2024 is concerned, is working around with the party foot soldiers, executives at the branch, the constituency, the national, and eventually, if voted into power, collaborate with all executives at the national level in order to ensure that the election 2020 is a must-win one and it shall come to pass. Abanga is someone who stands for the voice of the youth. He stands for the voice of Ghanaians. Second is Abanga's youthful policy. Abanga is saying that the youth, who is the backbone of the party, he is saying that our interests must be listened, our voice must be heard, because the voice of the youth is the voice of the people. the voice of the youth, is the power for the people. So Abanga, in one of his campaign strategies, or the dreams he wants to bring on board, the plans he's trying to bring on board when he comes into power, he says that, okay, when I'm voted into power, when I'm given the mandate as the vice chairmanship position, I am going to ensure that, one, the voice of the youth must be heard. How is this going to be done? Abanga said, when he is voted into power, the youth must be given scholarships to study, both abroad and locally. Secondly, already he's already into helping the people, the youth into businesses, the youth into agriculture, the youth in sports. He is further going to strengthen and mobilize funds to ensure that the interest of the youth, which is based on employment, education, and above all, the coming into power of the NDC is his main priority, of which the youth are the people that can bring that into light. So the 2024 elections, he termed it as election no retreating, no surrender. It is for no reason that he termed it as election no retreating, no surrender, because election 2020 was unfortunate. It could have been an avoided one, an avoidable loss that came on the path of NDC, but unfortunately it happened. Now he said that this time round he is going to power the youth. We are the backbone of the party. Okay, we are going to be doing campaigns. We are going to sensitize the people from the branch to the constituency and to the national level. An action-oriented person like that of Abanga is saying that he is going to put the youth in the forefront of the party. That is his policy in the youth. Now today, one of the things, we have done a research concerning the NDC's executive elections from the branch to the constituency and to the regional level. And the results have proven that about 93% of the executives voted into power are the youth. This shows how the youth are in dire need to serve. They are in dire need to take the reins of government. Because, Ajanim, what is happening in Ghana right now is so unfortunate.
Okay, we'll come to what is happening in Ghana now, but let's look at Hassan Abanga Yakubu. What are some of the positions that he has held in the party before trying to contest for this vice chairmanship slots?
Yes. Abanga Hassan Yakubu is a political and a party activist of the NDC. He started the political career long ago. He started as a deputy propaganda secretary. Back at the days, he was a student in University of Development Studies, Nyankpala campus. He eventually became the substantive secretary of the party. Okay, and that is, yes, in Nyankpala, that is staying. So he rose from the rank of deputy propaganda secretary to propaganda secretary. And because Abanga is the people's man, the voice of the people, he eventually became the 10th president of the campus.
Okay.
In fact, if people who know Abanga, and if you trace Abanga history in Nyankpala campus, so far as the contribution of the NDC is concerned, it's quite remarkable. It's quite enormous. And that is why when the publications were made, one of the #1 people that came to mind, so far as the youth was concerned, was Abanga. Secondly, Abanga, as it stands right now, is a platinum party card donor. When you say someone is a platinum party card donor, those who understand really understand the position Abanga holds in the party right now. Abanga was the director of the youth for JM 2016 elections. The work he did over there was not an easy thing. Election 2020, he was the mouthpiece and the director and the coordinator of the youth for John Dramani Mahama again in 2020. Abanga was an effective in the leading and planning member of the regional campaign team of the North, the Western North. Okay, so this is the kind of positions Abanga has held. And Abanga did not actually stop there. Abanga has adopted branch constituencies and even helps across so many regions. And those things I'm talking about right now can be verified. Abanga assistance to constituencies, branch, he has certificates to that effect, of which it has been signed and endorsed by the party chairman, Ofosu Ampofo, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Any other person who is doubting can do the fact checks. Okay, Abanga not just the political life. When you go to his community, the Western North, when you go to the entire Western North, Abanga is also known as Akudayame, and Akudayame simply means youth king or youth leader. It is not because Abanga called for it, but his service to society, his service to the youth, his love for humanity, his contributions towards societal development is the reason why the people out of their own will said, no, this is Akudayame Inchi, meaning this is the youth leader. He stands for the people, he is with the community, and the development of the people is at the core of his heart. Abanga, in doing everything, we must not always forget why he is our best bet. Abanga is our best bet for election 2024 if he is given the mandate as the vice chairman of the party. Because as it stands now, the Ghanaian population has lost all hope, and the hope of the Ghanaian society or the Ghanaian population is now looking up to the NDC. Now,
Abanga will be contesting against 7 other people.
Very well.
And remarkable names are in there. We have Alhaji Amadou Abukari Surogo, who is the former MP for Medina constituency. We have Dr. Sherry Aite, a former minister of fisheries and aquaculture. We also have Madame Evelyn Enyona Mensah, who is currently an executive member at the National Executive Committee. 7 people, and we also have the man himself, Awudu Sofo Azoka.
Very great.
Yes. How effective is your candidate because I think they'll be picking 2 national vice chairmen.
Yes.
How are you sure? What makes you think that Abanga can sail through?
Thank you so much. You see, the elections ahead of us, election 2024, is a youthful driven one. The election must be characterized by 1, competence, 2, dedication, 3, action oriented. Okay, and Abanga possesses all these qualities. The youth, we are saying that the election 2020, the loss in election 2020 could have been avoided. And that has been why the youth, we have been doing. It is therefore not surprising that across all the executive elections in the NDC, the youth, we are in the overwhelming majority of 93%. Okay, now Abanga leadership, we know his leadership can be traced to Yang Bala. His contribution can be traced to the region, not just the Western North. It can be traced to other regions. They know who Abanga is when it comes to contribution. Election 2024 is meant for those who are power ready. We are no longer ready for armchair leadership. Okay, and that is the reason why the youth said, let our voice be heard. Give us a representation. And Abanga is the voice of the youth.
But when you talk about representation, that is why the party allows for national youth organizer position and then deputy national youth organizer.
Yes.
So if the youth is calling for a representation, I think the party has been fair to the youth by creating a youth wing for the party where a national youth organizer and his deputy are part of the functional executive committee or the national executive committee.
Thank you so much, Ajanim, for that question. Yes, You see, it is for no reason that the youth have decided to change the status quo this time round, of giving an overwhelming victory to people within our age mates, to the youth, because we think that they are the people that are action-oriented. This elections is not a joke. It's not an armchair movement. Okay, it is not meant for the relaxed people. It is not meant for the weak. The 2024 elections ahead of us.
But you also agree that it requires experience.
Thank you so much. It requires experience, of which Abanga has. I am saying that his contributions to the party can be traced to Yankpala. His contributions can be traced in his constituency. And Abanga has been an active party member for no less than 15 years now. Ajalim, if you are looking for experience, how many years do you need? If you are talking about experience, and Abanga has not only been an experienced person, he has proven himself beyond every doubt. And that has been the reason why the youth has endorsed him. Abanga, what we the youth we are calling for is Abanga position with delegates at the constituency and the regional elections. As the youth, they should kindly come on board. Let's not compromise Abanga's position for anything, so far as the future of the party is concerned. Yes, you were talking about, the national youth organizer, the deputy, and the rest. Yes, they are there. But you see, today as it stands now, the chairmanship position, if at the end of the day, the chairman is having ideas, how do you implement the ideas? The ideas must be presented by someone who is action-oriented, results-oriented, who is down to earth, loyal to the people, and above all, must hold the goals and the aspirations of the party in a very high regard. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, the youth, we have a very good vision for our call. And we have started it already. We have proven to everybody at the branch, we have proven to everybody at the constituency, and at the regionals, we have proven to everybody that we know we need a representation, not just a representation. Give us a majority representation. Okay, so let me read some of the messages that are coming in from some viewers on Facebook. And Don Wells watching you live in Boga. Thank you, Don Wells, for watching us. Imam Sai Fula watching you live on Active TV. In fact, I'm proud to listen to you. Thank you, Sai Fula, for your message. NDEKUGRI Isssaka, the family are proud of you, bro, all the way from Bari Bari. And Mahama Musa, I'm proud to see you, Isssaka. All the best. Now, thank you. Let's come to the party unity. Right now, the party is currently facing what we will call a little infighting because of people contesting various positions. Now, after election, both the winners and then the losers need to come together for the party to forge ahead. Now, one of the key positions that is having a lot of banter is the chairmanship position that is between Samuel Ofosu and Pofo. I know 4 people are contesting that position. Yes. But then the key people leading this election is the current chairman, Chairman Ofosu and Pofo, and the incumbent general secretary who is leaving the position to contest for the chairmanship position, Asidun Kitia. Now, any of them who loses or who wins, so any of them who loses, the party will need that person on board ahead of 2024 election. Now, does Abanga has that peacemaking skill, experience to bring everyone together to foster unity in the party?
Thank you so much, Ajanim. In my submissions earlier, I told you that when you go to the Western North right now, the term Abanga as Akodanyame, which means youth leader. Okay? And if you term someone a youth leader, you must probably know the characteristics, the qualities of that leader. He is a unifier, someone who puts humanity at the center of his heart. You know what he can do when it comes to what's the name? Ensuring peace and unity among people. It is for no reason that they call him Akodanyame. It is not something he called for. It is the qualities we see in him. It is the qualities we see him exhibit. Now, when you go to Nyankwala campus, Abanga, my story between myself and Abanga. Look, Abanga South, I didn't know Abanga one-on-one. I got to know Abanga through his good works. Through his good works. You see, Abanga at one point in time, this is where I get to know. At one point in time, I was a businessman selling motors in Kumasi at the time. So I realized that, all the time, this youth, they normally come to buy these tricycles, popularly known as Mahama can do. And so normally when they come to buy, they talks about one guy called Akodanyame. So I like, fine, let me take the pain to know who is this Akodanyame, because every day in, day out, as a businessman, they come to buy my motors. And normally they come in the name that Akodanyame is the one doing the sponsoring. Akodanyame is the one buying for them. You get it? Interestingly to note, there was once upon a time a very, chaos, or let me say, fight between certain groups in the Western North region. Abanga, as a unifier, came in. What was the issue all about? The issue all was about someone and the boss. You were riding your boss's motor and he doesn't do sales. And it got to a point in time that he has even spoiled the boss's motor and could not repair it. You see, so Abanga at the end of the day, interesting, you know what Abanga did? He came, intervened, solved the problem, and at the end of the day, he paid off the money of the boss and bought the motorbike for the guy. And so in Western North as it stands now, not only Western North, when you come to regions like the Northern region, regions like the Upper East, regions like the Savannah region, we have associations that Abanga sponsor. Sponsoring of tertiary students, sponsoring of universities. And when it comes to, look, I am not deviating from the topic, but I still want to emphasize on something. The youth, we are characterized by actions, and sometimes our actions accompany some kind of level of violence or disagreement, you understand? Yeah, so the violence I spoke about in Western North, it was a very serious one. Then Abanga was the one who called the feuding factions, bring them to order. And as I speak, they all work together as a team today. That is not alone. That is to his community. The contributions and his peaceful attitude can be cross-checked across the regions I spoke about, and in the party too. The Nyankwala campus, for instance, the attained elections, was characterized by a whole manner of ups and downs.
Okay, I have a message here from one Ishmael Adamu, and he is asking that Abanga has a brother in the MPP by name Fuseni Abanga Yakubu.
Yeah.
He recently contested for the National Youth Organizer position for the MPP, but he lost. He wants to find out, can Abanga keep secrets when it comes to the NDC at the national level, especially when he has a brother who is in the opposing side?
Thank you so much. Abanga is a very mature person, and besides that, Abanga is someone who possesses all kind of leadership qualities. And so the issue of secret keeping, it is not a matter of question. We have mature people like the Jenapo family. They are in opposite political parties, the NDC and the MPP, and our John Jenapo is doing very well. He's doing extremely well, and there has not been any point in time there is a leakage of any info whatsoever. It is based on the competence, the maturity of the person.
And you think Abanga possesses that?
Abanga is more than too powerful. He can do it. Look, one of the qualities of a leader is to be able to keep secrets. Secrets, letting out secrets sometimes can bring chaos. And one of the qualities of a leader is to be able to keep secrets. And Abanga has been in the political terrain, not today.
So when it comes to secrets, tell my brother that he is rest assured, we are covered. The call for Abanga is a long-term monitoring that we have done. The National Youth Voice for Abanga is a coalition of people who have benefited from the help of Abanga directly and indirectly, people who know the service of Abanga, people who knows the contributions of Abanga in the party. It's the reason why we are calling on board Abanga.
Okay, I'll come to you so that you speak to the delegates who you are pleading to give Abanga a chance. But let me go through some of the messages that has come through. Sorry, NDEKUGRI Fatawu, watching you live from Boko Baribari in the Upper East region by your big bro Fatawu. May the Almighty Allah grant all what your candidates need and more over. Congratulations in advance. Ali Lamino, Brother Isaka, thank you very much for the great job there. God bless you abundantly. The man Rufahi, officer in NDEKUGRI, I'm proud. Mohammed Tamin Yunus, watching you live from Kumasi. Great one there. Mohammed Tamin Yunus again. The family of NDEKUGRI are proud of you. Don Well said, I'm watching you live from Abanga. Okay, so this your camera. Will tell the youth or tell the delegates why they should vote for Hassan Abanga Yakubu, who is who will be number one on the ballot. Number two on the ballot paper come 17th December.
Thanks so much. Let me use this opportunity to congratulate all the winners of the branch, the constituency, and the regional executive elections. I said bravo. To the losers too, I want to assure you that there is no lost game in this. Our aim is ahead of elections 2024, which is a must-win election. Which Abanga termed as an election of no retreat and no surrender. And I know you have made the best of choices. From the branch, you have shown that you need the youth representation at all levels. At the constituency, you've proven same. And I believe at the national, you equally prove same. I kindly call on my brothers and sisters who are delegates to disregard some of the mere critics that Abanga is young and whatsoever. If it's about young or youthfulness, do you think the executives or our voters for that matter don't know the reason why they decided to opt for the youth domination, a maximum of 93% in the branch, constituency, and regional? And I believe they will equally do the same in the national. So I call on them and I inform them that Abanga Yakubu is our best bet. He has a lot of policies on board. I wish time could have permitted me to elaborate the policies of Abanga.
Okay, let me give you some few minutes so that you can do that. Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm most honored for this opportunity given. You see, Abanga is saying that he's going to ensure representation and participation of all party members across the length and breadth of the country. Now, this participation, how is it going to be done? Abanga is saying that he's going to, already we have the IT man, we are going to work in collaboration with the IT people, we are going to create websites. We are in the social media era, an era of the media, of which the media is a very powerful tool. He is going to be working in collaboration with our communicators, our communication officers ranking from the branch, the constituency, the regional, and eventually one given the north and the national, to ensure that websites are created to the hearing of the voices of the people of the National Democratic Congress. It is going to be a website created as it stands now. Some of our branches, sometimes, they don't have a common platform where they can propagate their agenda except the WhatsApp, the Facebook. But Abanga says he's going to create an official website to deal with that. That is by way of inclusion. Everybody come on board. The youth, let's come on board. Let's fight a common cause. Okay. The issue of unity must be a unifier. Abanga for the name Akudanyame is not guessed on a silver platter, even though he didn't call for it. But it is not guessed for nothing. He is saying that when given the nod, he is going to ensure effective unity among party members. This is going to be done through consensus building. Consensus building is one of the key or one of the reasons that sometimes bring kind of confusions among party members, confusion in families and everywhere. So now if at the end of the day what you are looking for is provided, will there be any confusion? No. That has been one of Abanga's policies. Yes. Abanga did not stop there. He's saying that already he's doing it and he is going to extend it or expand it. Already we had the youth in businesses. We had the youth in agriculture. We had the youth in sports. The youth in sports, about a week ago, we visited about 7 youth groups. I think 1 in the western region, 3 in the western north, upper east region. We are doing it gradually, and it is going to be a nationwide event. You know, we provided them jerseys, footballs, in fact, football nets.
Pool nets.
Pool nets. Yes, and so we are going to continue it and in that way. Youth in businesses. Already, we are having the youth in businesses already. We have others who are traders. Abanga has financed them. We have others who are into this tricycle riding, popularly known as the Mama can do. He is already doing it. We have those who are riding the Okada. He is doing it, and he will continue to do. He will continue to do it. Okay. So these are some of the policies Abanga is saying that he is bringing on board. But not forgetting, Abanga has done so many policies that has got the youth covered. What is that policy, one might ask? Abanga is saying that the NDC, the only hope of the Ghanaian populace, the only hope of the Ghanaian citizens now is the NDC. Already, Abanga is pumping money into financing branches, constituencies, regional and across regional constituencies, branches and the regions. He is already doing it. Okay, and the interest of the party and the interest of the youth, he is solving it already. And now, at the end of the day, if he continues with this, or when he's given them the power, the nod, when he's in the realms of power, of which the opportunity is given to him, he said that, look, the youth, what is our problem? Our problem is employment. We need employment. Already he is employing. Scholarship, he's going to create scholarships for the youth.
As a vice chairman?
Even as an ordinary person, as a businessman and as a philanthropist, as it stands now, Abanga pays school fees of tertiary students. He takes care of hospital bills of orphans, hospital bills of widows in society. It can be cross-checked. As it stands now, Abanga is not having any position in the party, but Abanga is someone who is a very effective contributor to the party. Okay,
let me pick more messages here. NDEKUGRI Fatau, Abanga all the way. Winning is assured. My constituency executive are proud of you. Mahama Musa, I'm proud to see you here. Isaka, all the best. Imam Saifullah again here says, if your candidate is a candidate of choice, in fact, your candidate is a candidate of choice because his activities and mindset towards the youth today is the good game that the young people demand from our recent day politicians. In fact, your candidate can stand the test of time based on political aims and objectives, which he is a corrupt, free-minded person per your statement. Okay, so we are ending the conversation, but you yourself, are you a member? Are you a position holder in the party?
Yes, I am a party member, and for now as it stands, I am a communicator to the party.
Yes, but I don't officially owe any position in the party.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, it's good to have you here, Mr. Isaka NDEKUGRI. We thank you very much for joining us this morning, and we pray and we hope for the best for your candidate. We wish him luck in his quest to lead the NDC as a vice chairman. Yebedani yehwaba quick yeba Saklemi housing project and be shown if you pay ye call Amasaman a ho and NDC Amanyukuno a press conference a ho ye day and who asemina ebebro and Anopamenda a ye Isaka NDEKUGRI Asibium se obekaya or a communication officer Emma a ye Hassan Abanga Yakubu or she say NDC for Amanyukuno Ebeto Neso Aba as vice chairman for the party come December 17. Yeah, chain say NDC Amanyukuno de venue and as maybe on by say Jumediano or Active TV yebe somo producer okay yenda ni homba yeba to Jumediano so